than 8 years ago, aside of her musical projects, Bones created what would later become YHWH. She started to compose songs in the vein of blasphemy, archgoat, profanatica, that kind of stuff. As she does not recognize herself anymore into that kind of music, Bones and I rewrote some things and created our songs. After that, Goat Ritual joined us. A third opinion is sometimes useful, some riffs are sometimes too complicated, and we find a way together to make it sound better. As some people know, Yahweh is the unpronounceable name of God. The first thing you say when you're born, the sound you make when you inhale and exhale. Bones thought it was appropriated as it is blasphemous to use his name for a black metal band. We recorded in November 2024 with the precious help of Jonas Sanders. He's a highly talented drummer who plays, among others, with Propane, Horrible, Coma, YHWH. It was the first time we recorded with him. He's a very cool guy, very friendly, peaceful, patient. We were very happy about this first experience with him. Everything was finished earlier than expected, and he will also record our second EP called Kata. First song, Realm of Darkness, contains kind of old school lyrics about what happens in the underworld. Second song, Majestic Hatred, is about self-destruction, hatred towards life and people. Third song is a Doom cover called Police Bastard, simply because you never hate them enough. Fourth and final song, Burden of Flesh, is about depression, death, always happy things, you know. Kata will be a bit different and will explore some themes as politics and speciesism among others, as some of our members are animal and human rights activists actually. To go a bit further into details, after all these years, we are bored to write about Satan and other cliche topics. Most of these bands filled with so-called occultists do not even understand what they are talking about. Music is a good way to voice opinions. We already have a lot of lyrics about capitalism, multinational corporations, and other punk themes, even if punk became with time more of a fashion style than a lifestyle. In my opinion, rock and roll is not anymore rebellious music. None of us were vaccinated against COVID-19, and our honor is worth more than the price of a low-class plane ticket, you know? Um, Black metal heads are no rebels. They are fashion-spoiled children. If you never went inside a jail cell, you're nothing but a big mouse. People should try to change this world, not to make it worse, because inaction kills. We wanted something minimalist, as the band is called Yahweh. Tetragrammaton seemed to be the right title. The cover features the band's sigil, created by myself. There's nothing special to mention, actually, and they are doing what they are supposed to do. Our lyric videos are very cool, and we are still waiting for our CDs to be released. This is what you expect from a label. I don't really know. It depends on what you aim for. About what are your goals as a musician, if you want to be seen or not, especially. Sometimes it's useful, sometimes not at all. A small but good label is better than a big one without visibility. Everything changed so quickly lately. Booking agencies appeared here and there, and nowadays labels propose you to pay for promotions, tours, etc. Back in time, you had to be very good to play overseas, but now everything is possible if you pay for it, even if you are not so good, actually. As a lot of people, we discovered heavy metal as teenagers. I started with bands like Alice Cooper, Iron Maiden, The Misfits, Motley Crue, Twisted Sister, etc. Afterwards, I discovered Possessed Death, Cannibal Corpse, The East Side, Morbid Angel, Obituary, Vader, and a lot of other bands followed. You ask about death metal, but I discovered early black metal bands as Bathory or Celtic Frost at the same time. To my eyes, it was the same music. I felt powerful and special while listening to this. No one in my area was into metal, actually, and I thought I was the only one for years. No matter in which direction you look at, you're never paid enough for your involvement. Newcomers drown into an ocean of bands. It is much more difficult nowadays to be seen and noticed because everything has already been done and the level increased a lot. You have to be passionate at first. You have to do it only for the fun, or you will be disappointed for sure. It seems to be difficult for bars, concert venues, and festival to pay artists decently, while they are doing a lot of money thanks to your presence at their events. Nothing epic about me, but when I used to drink, it happened once or twice to shorten a song because my mind was somewhere else. Since then, I quit drinking and started to work out every day. There are still so many treasures from the past to discover. Why would I waste my time with clones? Everything nowadays sounds the same with different names and different artworks, but they remain the same in the end. I had thousands of CDs, vinyls, and tapes. Most of them were only there to take dust. It's not about quantity, but quality. Talking about movies, nothing interests me anymore. Movies are better looking now for sure, but they're way more predictable, forgettable, and disposable as the actors. I like my movies as I like my music. If there is too much computer, it's false. Some people still record quality stuff inspired by Nihilist, Merciless, Entombed, Dismember, Grotesque, or Carnage, to name a few. But except for Repugnant, Early Tribulation, Bastard Priest, or Death Breath, nothing comes instantly to my mind. It does not mean the other bands are not good, but even the chainsaw tone became a trend now. To answer at your question, I guess death metal is going in the same direction as traditional heavy metal. Some are nice, and then there is Powerwolf. Some bands are cool. Most of them are playing a mix of death and black metal, as Sarcophago did. These guys look like Oompa Loompas wearing lots of chains, bullet belts, studs, and spikes everywhere. They double their weight by going to concerts. Um, as people from South America type people are truly passionate about what they are doing, their scene remains united, and there is not as much rivalry as in Belgium or France, for example. If we talk strictly about death metal albums, not about demos, EPs, or compilations, without mixing it with other genres, I could talk about album as Blood Flowers, In Battle There Is No Law, Carnage, Dark Recollections, Death, Scream Bloody Gore, Dismember, Like an Ever Flowing Stream, Entombed, Left Hand Path, of course, Ilsa, Tutil Colori del Buio, Morbid Angels, Blessed Are the Sick, Profanaticas, Disgusting Blasphemies Against God, or Tribulations, the Horror. But my all-time favorite will be Autopsy, Mental Funeral, because I was overwhelmed at the first note. There is something incredibly dirty that emanates from this album. Everything into it is fucking heavy. I love it. The first one that comes to my mind is Scream Bloody Gore from Death, of course. It summarizes all an era of extreme music for crazy people with the crypt, the zombies. This is a fucking cool handmade cover art. We are about to record our second EP, Kata, which will normally include 6 songs. As Bones said in a recent interview, we still have a lot of material to record before our full-length album. If the reception of our recordings is good enough, we could consider doing live. Most places were bad. What's the point about being clean if you wear dirty underwear? I never kissed a bandmate on stage or off stage, and never farted into a microphone. I am able to sleep with 3 girls without touching them. But if it is for free, I will say 5 stars hotel because we are not so rock and roll people. None of us drinks alcohol, and I never drink anything before going on stage. No.